Hi, thanks for watching this brief introduction to LEGO Serious Play. LEGO Serious Play was developed by the LEGO Corporation at a time of crisis for their business. In the 1990s, LEGO sales were on a sharp downturn as video games gained in popularity and availability. The CEO and head of the family believed that the LEGO staff had the solution to their problems. So he sacked the consultants and brought in a team of psychologists and neuroscientists. Based in the theories of constructivism, constructionism, flow and behaviour change. In 2010, LEGO shared their approach, making it open source for some of the methodology. So, it worked for LEGO. Does that mean it can work for your business? LEGO Serious Play is used worldwide with large corporate organisations, governments, healthcare bodies and private companies. It is built on the premise that the solution lies within and can be revealed when you allow your hands to do the thinking. LEGO Serious Play enables participants to be in the flow state, a mental state in which a person is completely focused on a single task or activity. They are directing all of their attention toward the task, and they do not experience many thoughts about themselves or their performance. Some people refer to this informally as being in the zone. Often this cannot be achieved in a traditional business meeting environment. Also, when presented with a problem, the brain tends to stick with familiar ideas and can blind you to alternative and quite possibly simpler solutions. This is called the Einstellung effect. Using bricks takes away the familiarity of the tools of the trade, enabling new and creative solutions to emerge. The methodology is a great leveller. No one voice in the room carries more weight than another, and everyone has the same bricks to choose from. It's accessible. You cannot build wrong, and you don't have to be a LEGO expert builder. Models are quick to build, quick to change, and adapt. You build as you go. There's no need for a detailed plan. The LEGO builders use metaphors to convey meaning. So, a green brick is a tree if you say that's what it represents in your build. Gained from actively listening to others as they describe their build and by asking questions about what is seen in their model. You can try out scenarios, building hurdles or disruptors, and use the model to test the impact. It helps organisations to recognise that in order to survive, it is essential to innovate, flex, and learn from mistakes. So how does it work in practice? Well, the plan is created over a couple of short meetings, which could be face-to-face or on Zoom. Those meetings identify the business objective and ensure that the format of the workshop will match the organisation's culture and tone, and that I use language that is familiar to the team. The workshop itself begins with a skills building exercise which breaks the ice and gets participants used to building and telling the story of what they have built. Then it moves to the specific business objective, where participants are guided through the iterative process in a series of steps, taking them deeper and deeper into the objective. They will momentarily reflect on the statement given to them, start building a model, and then share the story of that model, which is much more than merely describing what has been built. The resulting individual models, shared models, landscapes, and connections are the building blocks of the LEGO Serious Play methodology, and that results in a shared vision and a set of guiding principles which can then be implemented as a policy, procedure, or process, depending upon the aim of the workshop. Participants can be recorded when they share their stories, and this resource can be returned to the business for future reference. So, let's kick off with a tower build. The bricks are in front of you, and the only guideline is that the tower must be able to stand alone. Okay, you've got 2 minutes. Let's go. So, now we've got a tower in front of every one of you. What is it that really stands out? Well, all the towers are unique. Some might be similar, but they are not the same. And that reflects the fact that we all bring our own experience and perspectives to the tasks we undertake, whether it's a colour preference or a shape preference, just what makes us individual. The other thing that's interesting to note is that the instruction was the same, but look at the variety of outcomes we have. So to put this into a context of work, if I gave you the instruction to build a tower without being more precise and specific, I'm unlikely to get the outcome I want or expect. So, what does that mean in the context of interactions in your team, project, or work task? Do you sometimes think that you've explained something clearly, only to find that the output wasn't exactly what you were hoping for? Finally, I just want to think a little bit about strategy. You were told to build a tower. Did you have a strategy? Or did you just grab some bricks and build? If you did have a strategy, did you have to change that strategy as the time ticked closer to the deadline? And how did that make you feel? Does that ever happen to you in a work situation? And finally, what makes it a tower? Is it because it's something that you could see outside and definitely recognise as a tower? Who built the Eiffel Tower? Who built the Leaning Tower of Pisa? No, we all built different towers, which were based on what it meant to you when you heard that word tower. And what it means to you is the thing that is important. If you say it's a tower, then it's a tower, no matter whether I think it's a tower or not. Now, you've had some hands-on building time, and we can move on to our next task. This is the duck challenge. What I need you to do is to just arrange yourself into pairs or groups of 3, if we've got too many in the room. And in your group, you will each need a piece of paper and a pencil, and one of you is going to get a Lego duck. The challenge is for all of you to design as many alternative ducks as you can in the time I'm going to give you. The people are going to move the bricks about and just keep a tally of how many different ducks you've designed. The people with a pencil and paper, I need you to draw as many ducks as you can. And you've got 2 minutes. Okay, so people who had the bricks, how many ducks typically did you design? Can you shout out? Okay, some high numbers there. And what about the people who had the pencil and paper? How many ducks did you get? Typically. So let's look at this scenario. How much stress did the people who were drawing feel they were under? Compared to the builders, did you feel any stress? Any pressure? How quickly did the builders start the task? What about the hesitancy from the drawers? What was going through your mind? I can't draw. I'm not imaginative. How do I start? How do I have to draw? Do I have to draw it in 3D? All of those questions. How big do I have to draw it? Lots of questions. All of those questions quite often face us in a very similar way if we're in a business meeting and we're faced with a whiteboard or a flip chart and we're told to fill in the squares, be it the SWOT analysis or any other sort of business model. We have to be under pressure to fill it in. That pressure can stifle ideas because we don't know where to start. Or perhaps we just don't have the jargon or the confidence to be able to speak out in a room. Also, think about these ducks. There are only 6 bricks that make up the ducks, and yet there's really an almost infinite number of ways that you can assemble them, leaving bricks out, turning bricks around, putting them in a different order. And actually, if we had other bricks on the table, you could add to it as well. So the point is that given the tools, every person has something unique and valuable to contribute to the solution. And it's precisely in that realization that the added value lies when we apply the Duck Challenge to everyday work. There are different approaches to a problem in our complex business world, and we need the ideas and perspectives of everyone involved to create innovative solutions. Well, Lego Serious Play has an awful lot to offer, and it can't really be covered in a 15 or 20-minute session. But hopefully that's given you enough food for thought to think about whether or not Lego Serious Play could be of value for your business. And if you think it could be, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me and see if Lego Serious Play can help your business to thrive and grow.